Morning and welcome back to the channel. Today's Tuesday, the 22nd. Today is going to be an eBay uh, pickup consisting mostly of Blu-ray this morning. Little combination of a little bit of different subgenres. Just stuff I caught my eye on eBay just by doing searches. Just stuff that I know I don't have in my library currently. But let's get started. First off the top here is a 25th anniversary movie starring Phoebe Cates and the late great Rick Mayall. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, but it's the movie Drop Dead Fred. Never have had this. I think I might have had the DVD back in the VHS back in the day, but I've never really physically owned it on Blu-ray or DVD. Says it's for 12 years and over. I believe it's a UK release too. It says it's 95 minutes and 5 seconds. It's kind of rare. It's Region B, 16 by 9. So this is from Polygram and Working Title Films. Also stars Tim Matheson, Carrie Fisher, kind of surprised, and Marsha Mason, and I'm really surprised like they didn't get put on the cover at least, in terms of their having like on the title cover here. You would have thought, especially Marsha Mason and Carrie Fisher. Just, or even put little pictures of those two, like maybe down here or something. But that's Drop Dead Fred. Really no need to explain that one. That one's a classic. I went to the theater to see this years ago. Was not expecting much. I really love this film. Just really fun throughout. But now I now have that, Drop Dead Fred. Then next up, I got a Blu-ray plus DVD combo pack. Flying Can Be Hell. It stars Robert Miano, Bei Ling, Lance Henriksen, Bill Moseley, Adrian Barbeau, and Matthew Moy, who played in Two Broke Girls. Exorcist at 60,000 feet. This is kind of like Airplane mixed with kind of like Scary Movie in a sense, because it takes place on this plane and some like really crazy stuff's going on in this. It's a Shout Factory title, or Scream, if you prefer. 96 minutes on this one, and like I say, it has a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. We all know that travel can be hell, but on the last flight of a transatlantic passenger airliner, things turn positively demonic when a pandemic of internal possessions break out, and spreading from passenger to passenger and eventually to the pilot. In order to land safely and survive, a priest, a rabbi, and the surviving crew must band together against the most ungodly turbulence imaginable. The cast, many of them, like Robert Miano played in Donnie Brasco. Bai Ling played in The Crow. Lance Henriksen played in Aliens and Pumpkinhead. Bill Moseley, The Devil's Rejects. Kevin O'Connor, The Mummy. Adrian Barbeau, The Fog and Swamp Thing. Exorcism at 60,000 feet will have you screaming in the aisles. But remember, in case of an emergency landing, please keep your tray tables and crucifixes in the upright position at all times. Pretty fun little film. Really a lot of comedy. I had fun with that back when I watched it on a streaming service. And then I picked up a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital copy of Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke 40th anniversary. Really love the cover art on this one. Rated R. It's a 2-disc set from Paramount Pictures. Disc 1 has a lot of special features on it. How Pedro met the man up in smoke at 40. A commentary by Cheech and director Lou Adler. Lighting it up, a look back at Up in Smoke, Earache My Eye featuring Alice Bowie, animated music video, Cheech and Chong's the Man song, and vintage radio spots. While this too just basically has a DVD feature and a few special features. But that's Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. One more look at the front. And I picked these up on eBay as well. This is basically all eBay. The Masters of Terror and the Macabre, George A. Romero, Stephen King, Creep Show, the most fun you'll ever have being scared. Some of these were kind of pricey, but a lot of them I haven't, ever gotten, and I know I've never gotten the Creep Show movies. I will say I'm a little partial to part 2. Years ago when I first saw 1 and then I saw 2, I was always more, like always going to the first one, but I never realized how well part 2 was put together. I just thought the stories were a little bit more interesting. But that's Creep Show. Came out in, let's see, 82 from Warner Brothers. 480 or 480p standard definition video here. 2.0 Dolby Digital and English subtitles and French subtitles. A merrily macabre comic book of a movie. Lots of fun, says Richard Friedman from Newhouse Newspapers. That's Creep Show. And Creep Show 2, Stephen King and George A. Romero welcome you to Creep Show 2. As scary as anything you're apt to see. New York Daily News. I didn't really find it as much scary as much as it was. It's just, I kind of felt like a little bit like I was watching Amazing Stories in a way. In this one a little bit. It was a TV show back in the day. I think Steven Spielberg maybe had something to do with that movie or that show. I really felt like, especially the one with Chief Woodenhead and the older couple, it really felt like something. It also felt kind of something like Ron Howard made with Cocoon a little bit. It had that Cocoon feel to it to me, with how the old couple played off each other and. And then if you added the violence, obviously not in his, in his fashion of movie making or TV making, but it really felt, that one to me really felt like something like Amazing Stories or Cocoon, kind of mixed with some horror elements thrown in. It has 4 stories. Obviously, we know about Chief Woodenhead, the Raft, the Hitchhiker. I'm probably leaving another 1 or 2 out, but that's all I see on this one. But I like the wraparound in this one as well, with the Hitchhiker and that kind of stuff. The Hitchhiker kind of didn't really feel like one because it was just so like, I mean, it did, but it just kind of felt kind of like not as organized as, I mean, I liked that one, but it was a way more comical one than the rest of them. But, yeah, I really like Creep Show 2. I think, like I say, I think I preferred a little more over Creep Show 1. Just look at the back. There's a picture of old Chief Woodenhead. And, Indian elder of the tribal community getting out of his car. And then a picture of the raft with the one girl being covered in the black tar, if you will, and then the hitchhiker. And then the Creep Show salesman dropping off a load to Billy on the back here. But that's Creep Show 2. And then I picked up the McPherson tape. I seen this on Shudder one night, and I love found footage, and I don't know the alien lore and close encounters of the first and second kinds and that kind of subject that comes up really made me want to get this. I know a lot of people said this looked quite a bit fake and all that, but I really had fun with it. I just like the way it was shot. I mean, it's a little tough in scenes to see because it's just so dark. And then you get like maybe 3/4 of your screen, and the rest is like blacked out because of the way the master tape was transferred onto Shutter, that kind of thing. It clocks in at a very short 63 minutes. It's from AGFA and Bleeding Skull. It says it's an region ABC. Um, Special features: a new transfer from the original 3/4 master tape, UFO abduction, a 2017 director's cut, commentary track with director Dean Aliato on original cut, 1989 theatrical premiere, introduction, encounters TV segment, Fantastic Fest Q&A. So, and if I didn't say this movie's from 1989, and that's the McPherson tape. If you like found footage, you should like this one. Basically, it's a family sitting around celebrating a child's birthday party, and things kind of go awry after that. The couple guys in the group go outside and they spot a alien ship or something, with a lot of lights land or crash landing to Earth, and they go investigate it, and you kind of go from there. I'm not really going to give away too many spoiler points on this one because it's not a review. It's just more or less me, telling you what I picked up. That's a McPherson tape. Must admit it's a little creepy at 3:30 or 4 in the morning doing a video and talking about alien abduction, because they said that's when the best chances is for it to happen, kind of like when it's quiet and a lot of things happen in the middle of the night. And then I missed this movie. It was in the Dollar Tree Wave, but I wasn't able to get it. It was a Blu-ray plus DVD combo pack of the movie A Dark Song. Raven Banner releasing title here. I don't think you can see it too good there. Lighting's pretty bad this morning because it's so early, and then I don't know. I guess it's because we were supposed to get a really bad rainstorm through the middle of the night, but I don't know if we got it because I was out cold by like 8 o'clock. 100 minutes on this one. 240 by 1 anamorphic widescreen. They're saying it's outstanding. It's a hybrid between Steven Soderbergh and James Wan. Utterly unique film, says /film. Total film gives it 4 stars. It does have bonus features with the director and director of photography and the actors. It's a Raven Banner releasing, if I didn't mention that. Saying it's from 2017. Two Broken Souls and an Unholy Alliance. I watched this on a streaming service before I even bought it, just to see if it was, if I made the bad mistake by buying it on eBay. But I'm glad I picked it up. It's not overly scary or anything, but it kind of has that unsettledness throughout, because it's like you don't know you feel like something majorly is going to happen, and then like kind of drags a little further, but then there are some kind of tad bit of jump scares here and there, but I really liked it. And I normally don't like mind bendy kind of things like throughout, but this one was more of a mystery than a mind bend. But that's A Dark Song, and I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad I picked it up. I had fun with that one. And then next up, I picked up a movie called Plague Town. It's in the Blood. It's from Dark Sky Films. It has slightly different casing than typical Blu-ray. Like it's The case feels a little bit like more like rounded as opposed to like some little bit of like certain Blu-rays have their cases are slightly different, or at least they feel it. Like I said, it's from Dark Sky Films. They have a link to their website of Dark Sky Films as well. Has quite a bit of special features on this one. It's from PlagueTown.com. 85 minutes, English 2.0, 5.1 English. Has a 40-minute film by David Gregory in the exclusives too, called Scathe. So you're getting another 40 minutes of a movie short. So pretty happy with picking this up. 16 by 9. One of the very few memorable horror flicks of the year. It's the movie that fright fans around the world have hailed as a new benchmark in independent horror. In a remote village, a shocking secret lives on with each and every baby born. Now, for a group of lost tourists, every conception of family will soon be sliced to pieces. And for the mysterious young girl named Rosemary, the most depraved hunger of all is about to be fulfilled. Get ready to witness the graphic shocker from director and co-writer David Gregory that Fangoria hails as a boundary-pushing, taboo-breaking experience. Plague Town goes where most mainstream horror films fear to tread. So, just look at the back. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick it up on video, but the case looks like different. It feels a little thicker than normal, and it kind of has that really lightness. Like, I mean, Blu-rays are normally light, but this one feels like air light. I mean, maybe it's the way it's been packaged. I have no idea, but I get a feeling it's like a little thicker than a standard Blu-ray. I don't know if you can pick it up. See how it's little? It seems like it's a little thicker than a typical Blu-ray. Maybe that's what it is. It's thicker. It's kind of weird. And then I saw these kind of just floating out there on eBay, and I thought I'd pick it up because I have them on DVD. And I don't like the transfers of Leprechaun Tales from the Hood or Leprechaun in the Hood 1 and 2. I didn't really like the transfers of the DVDs of those. I'm hoping this is better quality. But this is all of the Leprechaun movies. This is 7 Leprechaun films. That includes both Leprechauns in the Hood and the one with Hornswoggle called Leprechaun Origins, which to me is not really a part of the series. I don't know. I just don't know why they included it. If that to me, I think it was all right as long as it wasn't considered as part of the Leprechaun. I mean, it wasn't great by any means, but if it would have been just a film on its own and it happened to have the Leprechaun name tag to it, would be fine. But to call it in the same level as, I mean, I know the Leprechauns with the original Leprechaun with Warwick Davis were but most part they got worse as they went on and the quality kind of dropped a little bit. But this one was probably was the worst in all of them basically. But I don't mind calling it a film by itself, so I don't really count that as part of it because you did ditch Warwick Davis, so that's a huge loss for the character in my eyes. But it does have Origins as well, and I had to follow it up by picking up a different Leprechaun actor here. I want to find out his name before I Taylor Streitler, Pepe Zuniga, Cy Bennett, Emily Reed, Ben McGregor, Oliver Owen Jenkins, so on. But this is a new Leprechaun Returns. And the actor who played Leprechaun in this one did a really good job. It has a Blu-ray plus digital copy, I guess. I don't know if it's copy, but it's at least digital code. And yeah, same digital copy. He does a really good job in this. I kind of got a little bit of a Warwick Davis vibe to him a little bit here. So if they make more Leprechauns and they can't get Warwick Davis, I would definitely get this actor to play Leprechaun. Because I felt like the maker of this was trying to capture the heart of the original. Uh, for people that haven't seen this yet, the deadly wisecracking leprechaun is back in all his gory glory. When sorority sisters of the Alpha Upsilon house decide to go green and use an old well as their water source, they unwittingly mistaking a pint-sized green-clad monster. The leprechaun wants a pot of gold buried near the sorority house, but first he must recover his powers with a killing spree, and only the girls of AU can stop him. Oh, and Ozzy's in this too. That's what I loved because would have been nice if he could have got Alex in it too from the first one. Um, that would have been really cool to get them two back in the series. But they did get Ozzy. Uh, he does a really good job as that character again in this. Um, because he could have really just turned his back on that role, just because it was like a B movie, and uh, just more or less, you probably just, most actors at this point wouldn't want to reprise a role like that unless they really like the role. It's rated R, 178 by 1, clocks in at 93 minutes, and this movie was released 3 years ago, so I'm hoping we don't wait too much longer for another sequel, because I did like this one. I had fun with it. Very much in the vein of the original. The makeup effects for the creature, the leprechaun, is pretty well done. Lot better than what was given to us on Origins, if you will. But I felt like they tried to capture the essence of what made the first one so good, or at least I thought was good. And then I picked up an Ultimate Director's Cut of the Warriors. I heard this isn't very good, just because it has like these comic book scenes throughout, and it cuts some scenes out. It's told by a friend on Trent on YouTube, who has his own wrestling podcast and channel. Uh, Currently has a band called Hemi. He told me that this is. He goes, you need to get the DVD because that's a theatrical cut, and you don't miss a thing in that. And this is a mess, if you will. Somebody tried to tamper with trying to, update it and give it a new, fresh coat of paint. And I guess they failed miserably, but at least now I got it on DVD and Blu-ray, both versions, so I'll see the difference at some point. I was supposed to watch it about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and I wasn't able to watch it because my wife unexpectedly had to go to the hospital, and I couldn't watch it. And with that happening, I had to keep an eye on my son, so I had to kind of put up movie night that night. But that's the Warriors. And then I picked up a 4K of 4K Ultra of the Hulk, the original Hulk. Um, Blu-ray plus DVD or plus digital copy. It's made by Ang Lee, if you will. I couldn't think of his name. I mess his name up sometimes with Ronnie Yu. Has the bonus features on 4K and Blu-ray here. PG-13. 2 hours 18 minutes on this one. This one gets a lot of disdained hate, and I kind of get it a little bit, but I thought this one was a beautiful film. Honestly, thought Hulk was a really well done film. I liked a lot of the desert scenes, and I don't know. I think Sam Elliott was a much bigger improvement over being the general in this than, I'm sorry to say, is it Kevin Hurt, I think his name is, or John Hurt? No, it's John Hurt. I think Sam Elliott played the better general in this than, say, John Hurt did. I felt like he like when you get mad and stuff, I just kind of felt like that was very appropriate for because the Hulk's mo is that when he gets mad, he gets angry, and I thought him and Eric Bana played well off each other in certain scenes, and I like the captioning and stuff that they did of certain scenes where they like make it feel like comic book like. I like the take that Ang Lee went with in this movie. Very very good performance from Nick Nolte in this as well. Danny Elfman did the music. I mean, you couldn't ask for much more. Um, yeah, I liked everything about it. I mean, was some of the CGI a little hokey at times? Maybe a little, but I mean, really, I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. Just I liked it. I think that's why I liked it because it was so much different than what most Marvel films tried. And yeah, remember, this is one of the earliest ones from Marvel, and they were kind of getting their feet wet at the time. So that's why I'd like to see an updated Hulk movie on its own. We can. I know there's rights issues and things like that, but I'm sure they could get it ironed out to get it to the Marvel family at some point. But happy you picked that up. And then I got a steel book of all three chapters of the John Wick series. This is somebody must have got it off Best Buy. Put it on eBay. But all three are rated R. John Wick Chapter 1 is 101 minutes. Part 2 is 122 minutes, and Part 3 is 130 minutes. So they got longer as they went on, and I could have swore they did too because it felt like the last one felt like the longest of the three, just because it felt like it had a lot more going on in it. Can't remember which one it is, but one of the chapters has a really gigantic NBA basketball player that's like really respected in the NBA. It's the scene in one of these. I can't remember which part it is, but it's the scene where John Wick's in like this library, and it's really gigantic guys in there. That is an NBA player. I can't think of his name, but it was really cool to see. I didn't know it at the time it was him, and then I watched a video on YouTube, and it said it was an NBA player that's kind of been all over the NBA. He's played for different teams. I guess because of his stature, he's not able to play many minutes in NBA basketball because he obviously he gets winded, and he can't run the pace of what they do in the NBA. So they kind of limit his minutes, but pretty cool that they got an NBA player to fight John Wick. There's a video of that on here on the YouTube, but that's all three of the John Wick movies, all in house on the Steelbook. I didn't honestly know that you could do that with Steelbooks. Put more than one movie. I thought they were just basically one movie, one Steelbook. I don't know. I never knew they could put them on, make them into several movies in a steelbook, or you could do that with 4K. I didn't know any of that. I don't have a lot of those that went theatrical. And then I'm going to flip over to DVD here. It's a Chad Farron's Easter Bunny Kill Kill, Vicious Circle Films. It was an official selection. Most disturbing film at Backseat Film Festival, and best film for Lucerne Underground Film Festival. That's Easter Bunny Kill Kill. I liked a lot of the killings in this. It was very intense. When it's a reveal of who's doing it, though, I didn't really care for that. But I thought it was really well done. It's from Breaking Glass Pictures. I believe you can currently watch this on Shudder or Tubi. I'm not sure which. Can't remember which one I saw it on. I want to say I saw it on Shudder. Uh, Packs enough punch to knock out even the most jaded of viewers is Dread Central. Dark, twisted, brilliant, disturbing, wrong on all levels. Easter Bunny Kill Kill is a work of genius. Is Dead Derek. Special features 15-minute making of F'd Up. The casting woes of EBKK. Director commentary and Farron trailers. It says it's a crappy World Films production as well. And it has a really weird anamorphic aspect ratio of 166 by 1. 90 minutes on this one. It doesn't have the greatest of covers either, because you can hardly see the rabbit on it. But if I didn't mention, it's from Breaking Glass Pictures and Vicious Circle Films. I had to open it because I don't know, I thought it was running free. Or it could have, no, wasn't that, I don't think. Maybe it was because I felt funny, like the case inside, like I heard it rattling. Look at the disc art, it's pretty cool. You can actually see the rabbit on this one. Kind of comic book throwback looking a little bit. Oh, that's why I opened it. Okay, there was some issue of, yeah, the DVD was cracked right there, but it never ripped any of the paper. I don't know if you could see it on video. Yeah, like right here. Yeah, I don't know if you could see it there too good because it's so dark. I don't know if you could see it. It's cracked. Yeah, you can pick it up a little bit right there. Has a cracking issue going on. But next up, I got a 6 movie DVD set called Horror Unleashed. It has Train to Busan, Gunjiam Haunted Asylum, Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead, Wailing, The House that Never Dies, Reawakened, and Afraid. These are all from Wellgo USA. All rights of the producer and the owner of the work reproduced are reserved. What it is this was at the Dollar Tree, and this person I bought it from on eBay obviously knew that as well, and I think I paid almost 10 times what they paid for it, because I think I paid almost $10, but I couldn't find this in any of the Wave at any of the stores, and all of these are pretty much within a year or two apart. Like Busan's 2016, Gunjiam Haunted Asylum from 2018, Dead Snow 2 from 2014, The Wailing from 2016, The House That Never Dies 2017, and Afraid from 2014. And Wailing is a really long title. They're saying it's 157 minutes. So I don't know what makes that so long, but pretty long for a horror film. And so is the movie Afraid, just a hair over 2 hours. But these are what they say they are. They're actually a 6-disc set, so they have their own each and own disc. So should be good quality on each. But what I do is if they compilate a movie onto 1 or 2 discs, I use those more or less as like my version of Grindhouse, if you will. Like I just kind of like pretend that they're like a Grindhouse production if they're grainy or whatever. I just kind of use them as like saying they're like a Grindhouse produced movie, and then I have a Grindhouse version of those movies, which is a pretty cool way to do it, because I mean you're not really out much. You're spending maybe $1 on some of the ones that are compilated, but that's basically what I do. And then next up, and finally, I got the Incredible Hulk, the complete series, Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. All 5 seasons here. pull them out. Like look at each cover here. We got. I'm gonna start off with season 1 first. First up, we got season 1, The Incredible Hulk. Kicked it all off. Almost 69 hours of approximate running time on season 1. So we got quite a bit invested already just watching a season. It's 4-disc set for season 1. That's season 1. Quick look at the back. Paid like I think $55 for this though. And then I got, okay, out of order. Okay, next up I got The Incredible Hulk season 2. Once again, nearly the same amount of running time. This has a 5-disc set on season 2. I don't know if there's maybe some more bonus footage in this one. It does say bonus episode from season 3 called Homecoming, so maybe that's the reason for the 5th disc. Saying it's intense, immense, and incredible. Let's look at the back. It had a really good job with the Hulk for its time. Because, I mean, there really wasn't the CGI element back then. And if they would have did anything like that, probably would have looked really bad at the time. They did a really good job with just trying to, making it like a live action Hulk. Just a bodybuilder. Put Lou Ferrigno on the map as an actor. Bill Bixby had already been in a lot of stuff at the time. They played pretty well off each other here. Oftentimes not even, obviously not on the same screen a lot, but I'm sure bumped into each other a lot on the set. This one is the same running time as the first two seasons. This too has all 23 episodes and on 5-disc. This is a behind-the-scenes look at the 2008 film. Remembering the Incredible Hulk, an American classic. It does have an Incredible Hulk featuring an interview with Edward Norton as well on this one, so that's pretty neat as well. Let's look at the back of that one. That's season 3. I don't care that they're on DVD. A lot of people probably would rather have it on Blu-ray, but I'm fine with it. And then next up, season 4, The Incredible Hulk. Same amount of running time, 133:1 aspect ratio. Does have a behind-the-scenes look at the 2008 film again. Another interview with Edward Norton. The Hulk episode commentary with writer, director, and producer Kenneth Johnson. And an inside an episode Prometheus photo gallery. And then we got a cut back in amount of episodes for season 4. It went from 23 to 18 episodes. And it went down to 4-disc at this point. Probably kind of an indication that the series was probably coming to an end soon. Because usually when shows drop in episodes like that, kind of an indicator that, it's basically not going to be around much longer. At least that's what I think. But that's season 4. And I wouldn't be surprised if season 5 was really short. Then season 5, and I think it feels a little lighter, The Incredible Hulk. The complete final season. Clocks in at about the same amount of time. Very limited bonus features at this point, and basically a story of the Incredible Hulk, and the success of the Incredible Hulk. But then it has a gag reel, but nothing else really special on it after that. Yeah, and then at this point, it dips down to 2-disc. Yeah, because it went from like 5-disc to 4-disc to now 2. Just basically kind of a indicator that the show at this point was going to come to an end. It went, down in season, or went down in disc, and didn't really have as many special reels. There's a quick look at the back before I put it back. But basically, the Hulk series went away after that, and then I think they made 2 or 3 TV movies that were pretty successful. But I think at that point they had already told the point of the Hulk, and then we got the movie, and then we got another movie shortly after, and then we saw him pop up again in the Avengers, and then Thor Ragnarok, and so on. But that's my haul for this morning. Pretty pricey altogether for whatever what I did pick up, because eBay is going to be a lot more for some of the Dollar Tree titles, obviously, but pretty good haul. 16 titles in all. I hope you enjoyed this video this morning, and I'll see you again. And please share, like, and subscribe. Next video, I'm going to be mentioning about my 300 sub contest that I'm doing. Going to be giving away 12 mystery DVDs and Blu-rays in a bag. And second place, I'm going to be giving away a steelbook as well. That was at the Dollar Tree, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be showing in the next video. I'll be showing what's going to be in the contest. Talk a little bit about the rules and what game we're going to be playing for it. But stay tuned for that. And I'll see you again, guys. See you later. Have a good Tuesday, and I'll see you next video. See you later. Bye.